Top of the day, beautiful people. Top of the day. Betwabu, betwabu. Betwabu, betwabu. All right, beautiful people. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Betwabu, ya. Betwabu. All right, y'all. It is Friday, March the 13th, 2020, day 96, and we are reading the last three chapters of 2 Samuel 22, 23, and 24. All right, y'all. Just a quick little, my 2 cents on something real quick before we get started here. And first of all, don't be scared about what's going on. Just properly prepare because people are wigging out, which is, let's see. I think the news media has contributed a lot to the panic that's going on, because I'm not sure if a lot of people do what I do, but I subscribe on Facebook. I subscribe to all the news channels, ABC, NBC, my local news channels, CNN, so I get the notifications from them. I even subscribe like in Florida and Chicago and, a couple other states just to kind of see what's going on. And I began to notice for a while that, granted, they're covering national news media and stuff like that, but most of the news channels, they're pretty much saying the same thing. And over the last couple of days, every single state that I've been subscribed to, you see the video in Sam's, one man bust the other man head with a bottle of wine. No, I didn't see that, Trina. Why? They was getting food? They fighting over food? But like every couple hours, every state is doing like an update on the novel coronavirus and how it's being spread and stuff. And they constantly post and stuff about it. Granted, I get it. You want to keep the public informed about what's going on. Hold on, y'all. You want to keep the public informed about what's going on, but what it's doing is causing people to panic. For one, they don't really understand. That's terrible. Yeah, it's just getting bad, So that's why I was telling people when I inboxed y'all, I'm like, before it started getting crazy, and it was already a little, because I started paying attention. I was looking. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, something ain't right. There's something ain't right. But even if you're not watching the news, if you go and observe what's going on in the stores, something should click. Because a couple people was looking at me yesterday. I was picking up some stuff. They're just kind of looking at me like, that's a lot of canned foods. What y'all, so a couple people asked questions. I said, you might want to stock up for your house before it started getting crazy. It's starting to get crazy in a few places. People starting to ransack stores, so get you some food for your family before it started getting crazy here. And they've already announced a couple counties here. They didn't shut down. I think it was Loudoun. I think I pronounced it right. Loudoun County and Chesterfield County Public Schools. They've already closed them. They shut down Virginia Tech. And that's just not here. That's in a lot of places, so they're constantly pushing this information out about what's going on. And people are getting afraid because most of them don't research. Everybody take what the news media say as absolute gold. That's why you got such crazy uproar about the politics and stuff, because nobody really goes to actually research the facts. They just believe the facts that the news media pushes out. But, okay, so, Here's why I really wanted to say this, because here's what's really bothering me right now. I'm looking at a lot of sincere believers, Christians, whatever you want to call themselves, those who believe in God, and my heart is really breaking for them because they are not paying attention. It's like, oh, God got us. I'm like, if y'all don't stop it, I listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't believe in God, but what I'm saying is, faith without works is completely dead. And if you don't put a little works to your faith and make sure your household has food, you're going to be in some trouble. And you're going to be crying out to God. Oh my God, especially if y'all run out of food. Y'all forbid if that happens, if this gets that far. But if you praying, believe in, oh God, because I've seen a lot of comments and stuff. I'm like, Father, this is complete ignorance going to see. I said, this is what the church does. And I'm not blaming it all on the church. But what I'm saying is people, they're so religious minded that they shut all our schools down yesterday until the end of the month. Yeah, so it's like, and think about it. Even parents who the schools are being shut down, think about it. Your kids are going to be home for a few weeks. Most families don't keep more than a week, 2 weeks worth of food in the house. Now your children are not going to school. Now you got to feed them all 3 meals. And most parents, they're off working. So now parents are in an uproar. You got to fill your house with food. And if you wait until the last minute, or if you so churchified that God got us, oh, God got us, God got us, or you just think, oh, this going to pass over. Y'all are completely blind. Y'all are completely blind to what's going on right outside of your door. And apparently you don't read the Bible that you got in front of you, because it said it has the same principle all the way from the Old Testament all the way to the New. If all y'all stand in the New, let's talk about what Yahushua said. When times got rough, he said, at first it's like, what was the scripture? But anyway, no, he said this time, he said, now you go out 2 by 2. Don't just take 1 sword, take 2 swords. Pretty much what he was saying, the principle behind it, he said, be prepared. You about to go out here. And if y'all don't know how to manifest miracles or cause multiplication miracles of food to happen, y'all better go to the store and make sure your family have food. Because you can see all this stuff happening. They already ransacking stores. If y'all ain't got food in your house, y'all gonna be pretty miserable in there praying to God, and y'all ain't got food. And all this time, people been telling you, I've been telling you, go get some food for your house. Unless you know how to manifest a miracle and cause food to appear in your house, or cause your family's bellies to be full so they don't go hungry, you're going to be in some trouble. So quit being super religious. Yes, thank God we're going to be safe or whatever, but think about it. When stores run out, people going to get crazy. And if they got families to feed, what they going to do? We ain't got food, no stores are open. What's the next best thing? They're going to start scoping out houses. These people might have food. These people might have food. So you better also think of a way to protect yourself. And all of y'all think y'all going to be snatched away out of here in a rapture or something? You keep on believing that if you want to. As days go on and things get worse, if it gets that bad, think about it. It looks like it's just going to get worse. It could get better. I hope it gets better, but it looks like things are getting worse. And you know what? If y'all haven't been paying attention, the government been warning us ever since the last year. This is what they were talking about. Prepare for 6 months. Everybody thinks it's an EMP or a war invasion or something like that. They knew this was coming. But a lot of people, oh, yeah, most I know, I watch people, they're nonchalant, they get scared, and they go into hiding, and they don't want to hear it until it's too late. Now they're scared, and most people, that think about people who are waiting on miracles to have their bodies healed. Most of them end up dead and in the dirt, even believers, because they believe in God. But y'all probably been talking to them, you need to change your diet. Don't do that. I know some people that passed away, I'm going to eat what I want to eat, and they ate what they want to eat till they took their last breath. But they could have changed the way their life ended. They could still be alive, but they refused to change what they were doing to themselves. They're praying for God to heal them, yet they're still doing everything to kill their own body. But you got y'all's hands tied, So all I'm saying is add a little bit of works to your faith while you believe in God going to keep you safe and stuff. You better make sure that if y'all don't show up, you can protect your family. And if y'all don't manifest a miracle in your house, you can feed your family. I'm just saying, because Christians get super spiritual. Oh, God got us. I wanted to throw up yesterday with all the posts and people saying, God got us, God got us. I'm like, Father, they are completely blind. I said, and I pray. And some of these people, I know the state that they live in, they're already ransacking their stores. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I hope, why you saying God got us? I hope you've already prepared your house and you got food in there, because they're already ransacking the stores and places, especially in Illinois. It's like, my heart is breaking for people right now that's like completely in this religious box and not even thinking. I'm like, if you don't pay attention to what's going on in front of your eyes, if you're a single person, go ahead, do what you do. You can go whatever. But if you got little children, think about how hard that's going to be when you can't feed them. I hope it don't get that bad, but I'm just saying, y'all, quit being so super spiritual and add some works to your faith. He said, oh, you got faith, but I'm going to show you my faith by my works. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure my family is safe. And when I can do everything I can here in the natural, then my faith can kick in. Father, I did everything to prepare this, and this. Everything that was in my ability to do here in the physical realm, because we have charge over this physical realm, we've done that. Now, if we need extra help or if somebody rolling up on us, then the spiritual kicks in. Hey, be alert. Go look out your back door. Boom. Okay. That's where the supernatural, the spiritual comes in. That we alerted. Oh, we on watch, bro. Don't come for us. So I'm just saying, y'all, if y'all not paying attention to what's going on right outside y'all doors right now, like, it ain't just the news. The news is hyping it up. The news has made it a whole lot worse, and people they're falling for it. But I'm just saying, even if it's a bunch of hype, they still clearing out the grocery stores. So you better get wise and make sure you can feed your family, because this hype is doing a major number on the United States right now. So that was my 2 cents that I wanted to say. But some people's faith is not going to work for them. It's not going to work for them because they were lazy and they ignored the warnings. We've been having these warnings to prepare your house. The government has been telling us, prepare your house. Make sure you can do this. If you went out and think about it. If they give out this message that all the United States is going to be on a mandatory quarantine for about 2 weeks to a month, and only essential personnel can leave out the house, which they're going to probably have officials out making sure you're not just out willy-nilly roaming the streets. What's essential personnel? Medical staff, police, fire department, probably the water and sanitation company, and Dominion Power, the power company. But think about it. If things continue to get worse, or if it goes worse than that, like if it goes worse than what we think it could, think about all these essential personnel. They have families too. Do you think they're going to stay on watch and their families at home? No, a lot of them will abandon their posts to go take care and protect their family. So now, what happens from there? Nobody's patrolling the streets. Now you got riffraff roaming the streets. They breaking into people's houses and stuff, and nobody's on watch. And what if the water and sanitation company shut down? Now they're not monitoring the water, the filtration system and stuff. Now, what if the water system go bad? The water, all the sanitation goes haywire. You out of fresh, clean water. What do? What about the sanitation? What if they're not picking up trash anymore? You know how disgusting that could get? Nobody's picking up the trash. Sanitation backing up. You know how much disease just can come from that alone? I'm not saying don't have faith. I'm not saying don't pray, but I'm saying do what you can do right now, just in case, because it's looking, not just hearing what we're seeing on TV, but it's looking. I'm beginning to see with my own eyes, even right here. Things are kind of spiraling in a direction that we really don't want it to, y'all. So that's my 2 cents for today. I'm just saying, don't say I warn you. The signs are right there in front of your face. When people see the signs in front of them, like, ignoring it is not going to make it go away. Ignoring it will have you going to an early grave, y'all. I'm just saying. All right, so with that being said, let's read these last 2 chapters in 2 Samuel and prepare for the Sabbath. All right, 2 Samuel chapter 22. And David spake unto Yahuwah the words of this song in the day that Yahuwah had delivered him out of the hand of all his enemies and out of the hand of Saul. And he said, Yahuwah is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock, in him I will trust. He is my shield and the horn of my salvation, my high tower and my refuge, my Savior. Thou savest me from violence. Amen. I will call on Yahuwah, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. When the waves of death compassed me, the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of death prevented me. In my distress I called upon Yahuwah and cried, my God, and he did hear my voice out of his temple, and my cry did enter into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of heaven moved and shook because he was wroth. There went a smoke up out of his nostrils and fire out of his mouth. coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also and came down, and darkness was under his feet. He rode upon a cherub and did fly, and was seen upon the wings of the wind. And he made darkness pavilions round about him, dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. Through the brightness before him were coals of fire kindled. Yahuwah thundered from heaven, and the Most High uttered his voice. He sent out arrows and scattered them, lightning and discomfited them. And the channels of the sea appeared, and foundations of the world were discovered. At the rebuking of Yahuwah, at the blasting of the breath of his nostrils, he sent from above. He took me. He drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from them that hated me, for they were too strong for me. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but Yahuwah was my stay. He brought me forth also in a large place, and he delivered me because he delighted in me. Yahuwah rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanliness of my hands hath he recompensed me. For I kept the ways of Yahuwah, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me, and as for his statutes, I did not depart from them. I was also upright before him, and have kept myself from my iniquity, and have kept myself from iniquity. Therefore, Yahuwah hath recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to my cleanliness in his eyesight. With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful, and with the upright man thou wilt show thyself upright. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the froward you will show thyself unsavory. And the afflicted people thou wilt save, but thine eyes are upon the hardy, that thou mayest bring them down. For thou art my lamp, O Lord, and the Lord will lighten my darkness. For by thee I have run through a troop. By my God I have leaped over a wall. As for Yahuwah, his way is perfect. The word of Yahuwah is tried. He is a buckler to all them that trust in him. For who is God, save Yahuwah? And who is a rock, save our God? God is my strength and power. He maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teaches my hand to war, so that a bow of steel is broken in my arms. Thou hast also given me a shield of thy salvation, and thy gentleness has made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, so that my feet did not slip. I have pursued my enemies and destroyed them, and turned not again until I have consumed them. And I have consumed them and wounded them, that they could not rise. Yea, they are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength to battle. Them that rose up against me thou hast subdued under me. Thou hast also given me the necks of my enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They looked, but there was none to save, even unto Yahuwah, but he answered them not. Then I did beat them as small as the dust of the earth. I did stamp them as the mire of the street, and did spread them abroad. Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of my people, which thou hast kept me to be the head of the heathen. A people which I knew not shall serve me. Strangers shall submit themselves unto me. As soon as they hear, they shall be obedient unto me. Strangers shall fade away, and they shall be afraid out of their close places. Yahuwah liveth, and blessed be my rock, and exalted be Yahuwah, the rock of my salvation. It is Yahuwah that avenges me, and bring down the people under me, and that bringeth me forth from my enemies. Thou also hast lifted me up on high, them that rose up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. Therefore I will give thanks unto thee, O Yahuwah, among the heathen. I will sing praises unto thy name. He is a tower of salvation for his king, showeth mercy to his anointed, unto David, and to his seed forevermore. 2 Samuel chapter 23. Now these be the last words of David. David the son of Jesse said, and the man who was raised up on high, the anointed of Yahuwah of Jacob, and the sweet psalmist of Israel said, the Spirit of Yahuwah spake by me, and his word was in my tongue. The God of Israel said, the rock of Israel spake to me. He that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God. And he shall be as the light of the morning when the sun riseth, even a morning without clouds, as a tender grass springing out of the earth by clear shining after rain. Although my house be not so with God, yet he hath made with me an everlasting covenant, ordered in all things, and sure. This is all my salvation and all my desire, though he make it not to grow. But the sons of Belial shall be all of them as thorns thrust away, because they cannot be taken with hands. But the man that shall touch them must be fenced with iron, and the staff of a spear, and they shall be utterly burnt with fire in the same place. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had, the Tekoanite, that sat in the seat. Chief among the captains, the same was Adino the Ezonite. He lifted up his spear against 800, whom he slew at one time. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahoahite, one of 3 mighty men with David, when he defied the Philistines that were gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hands were weary, and his hand clave unto the sword. And the people and Yahuwah wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to spoil. After him was Shammah, the son of Agi, a Hararite, and the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where a piece of ground full of lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the ground and defended it, and slew the Philistines, and Yahuwah wrought a great victory. And the 33 chief went down and came to David in the harvest time unto the cave of Adullam, and the troop of the Philistines pitched in the valley of Rephaim. And David was there in a hole, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed and said, "Oh, that one would give me drink of water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate." And the 3 mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines, and drew the water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it, and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink it thereof, but poured it out unto Yahuwah. And he said, "Be it far from me, O Yahuwah, that I should do this. Is not this the blood of men that went in jeopardy of their lives?" Therefore he would not drink it. These things did these 3 mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among 3, and he lifted up his spear against 300 and slew them, and had the name among 3. Was he not most honorable of 3? There he was their captain, howbeit he attained not unto the first 3. And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of the pit in the time of snow. And he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man, and an Egyptian had a spear in his hand, but he went down to him with a staff, and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among 3 mighty men. He was more honorable than the 30, but he attained not to the first 3. And David set him over his guard. Asahel, the brother of Joab, was one of the 30. Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shammah the Haradite, Elkanah the Haradite, Helez the Peletite, Ira the son of Ikish the Tekoite, Abiezer the Anathothite, Mebani the Hushathite, Zalman the Ahohite, Maharai the Netophathite, Heleb the son of Benah, a Nephothite. I'm screwing these names up, y'all. Y'all know it. Ittai the son of Rabbi out of Gibeah of the children of Benjamin. Benaiah the Parathonite, Hiddai of the books of Gash, Abialban the Arbathite, Asmaveth the Berhumite, Eliabah the Shelabonite, the sons of Jashan, Jonathan, Shema the Hararite, Aham the son of Shear the Hararite, Eliphalet the son of Ahazbai, the son of Machathite, Elam the son of Ahithophel the Gelonite, Hezrai the Carmelite, Perai the Arbite, Egal the son of Nathan of Zobah, Benai the Gadite, Zalek the Ammonite, Naharai the Berothite, armor-bearer to Joab the son of Zeruiah, Ira the Ithrite, Gareb the Ithrite, Uriah the Hittite, 37 in all. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh yeah, Tiffany, perfect time for those. I was thinking about that as I was reading, talking about chapter 22. Yes, perfect timing. I've always wondered if I missed something here. Does it ever say who the 3 most honorable were? It mentioned in 23. It's towards, I think they named them first. You just got to look back through it, but it names the 3. Tiffany. Last chapter for today, which is also the last chapter of 2 Samuel, y'all. And again, the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, Go number Israel and Judah. For the king said to Joab, the captain of the host, which was with him, Go now through all the tribes of Israel, from Dan even to Beersheba, and number ye the people, that I may know the number of the people. And Joab said unto the king, Now Yahuwah thy God add unto the people how many soever they be, 100-fold, and that the eyes of my lord the king may see it. But why doth my lord the king delight in this thing? Notwithstanding, the king's word prevailed against Joab and against the captains of the host. And Joab and the captains of the host went out from the presence of the king to number the people of Israel. And they passed over Jordan, and pitched in Aroer on the right side of the city that lieth in the midst of the river of Gad, and toward Jazer. Then they came to Gilead, and to the land of Tamtim Hoshi, and they came to Dejan and to Zidon, and came to the stronghold of Tyre, and to all the cities of Hivites and the Canaanites, and they went out to the south of Judah, even to Beersheba. So when they had gone through all the land, they came to Jerusalem at the end of 9 months and 20 days. And Joab gave up the sum of the number of the people unto the king. And there were in Israel 800,000 valiant men that drew the sword, and the men of Judah were 500,000 men. And David's heart smote him after that he had numbered the people. And David said unto Yahuwah, I have sinned greatly, and that I have done. And now I beseech thee, O Yahuwah, take away the iniquity of thy servant. I have done very foolishly. For when David was up in the morning, the word of Yahuwah came unto the prophet Gad, David's seer, saying, Go and say unto David, Thus saith Yahuwah, I offer thee 3 things. Choose one of them, that I may do it unto thee. So Gad came to David and told him, and he said unto him, excuse me, Shall 7 years of famine come unto thee in thy land, or wilt thou flee 3 months before thy enemies, while they pursue thee? Or that there be 3 days pestilence in thy land? Now advise, and see what answer I shall return to him that sent me. And David said unto Gad, I am in a great strait. Let us now fall into the hand of Yahuwah, for his mercies are great, and let me not fall into the hand of man. Amen. And David said unto, I'm trying to read that again. So Yahuwah sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning even to the time appointed, and there died of the people from Dan even to Beersheba 70,000 men. And when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it, Yahuwah repented of him the evil, and said to the angel that destroyed the people, It is enough, stay thy hand. And the angel of Yahuwah was by the threshing place of Arunah the Jebusite. And David spake unto Yahuwah when he saw the angel that smote the people, and said, Lo, I have sinned and done wickedly. But these sheep, what have they done? Let thine hand, I pray thee, be against me and against my father's house. And Gad came that day to David and said unto him, Go up, rear an altar unto Yahuwah in the threshing floor of Arunah the Jebusite. And David, according to the saying of Gad, went up as Yahuwah commanded. And Arunah looked and saw the king and his servants coming on toward him. And Arunah went out and bowed himself before the king on his face upon the ground. And Arunah said, Wherefore is my lord the king come to his servant? And David said, To buy the threshing floor of thee, to build an altar unto Yahuwah, that the plague may be stayed from the people. And Arunah said to David, Let my lord the king take and offer up what seemeth good unto him. Behold, there be oxen for burnt sacrifice, and threshing instruments, and other instruments of oxen of wood. All these things did Arunah as a king give unto the king. And Arunah said unto the king, To Yahuwah thy God accept thee. And the king said unto Arunah, Nay, but I will surely buy it of thee at a price, neither will I offer burnt offerings unto Yahuwah my God, of which doth cost me nothing. So David bought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. And David built there an altar unto Yahuwah, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. So Yahuwah was entreated for the land, and the plague was stayed from Israel. And that, my beautiful people, is our reading for today. That was 2 Samuel 22, 23, and 24. If you missed it, you know where to go back and read it at. Y'all, as we prepare for the Sabbath and the day of rest, do what you need to do to prepare yourself before the stores get completely empty. If you need anything, get it now. It's best to do it in peace. I mean, if there's any peace left there, it's best to do it in peace before you get the panickers in the store, because it becomes crazy. Like Trina said some man was bust over head with a wine bottle. People in there fighting over food already. I saw it was a lady in Sam's Club. Some lady ran into her with her car and literally gashed her leg. Like there was a layer of the picture was really gross to me because you could see the meat, you could see her dead skin which had been gashed and came off, and her leg was bleeding. She took pictures of it and talked about how much it was a madhouse in there in the big box stores. Costco, them lines for Costco, I'm like, this is unreal. It looked like 1,000 people out there with carts waiting in a line at Costco. They had that on the news. I think I saw that on CBS. I forgot what state it was, but literally they were coming all out of Costco, wrapped around like in zigzag in a parking lot. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I said, they gonna run out of stuff before all them people get in that store. And I'm like, Father, let there be. They had police out there monitoring in the parking lot because think about it, when they run out of stuff in Costco and they pull that stock from the back, people gonna start flipping out, and hopefully the people that got their stuff can make it to their car in peace before they realize ain't nothing else left in that store. Because even the big box stores and the grocery stores, they probably keep on hand in the back stock, I think maybe a week, possibly 2 weeks max worth of inventory of food and stuff, because they get trucks coming in every week, so they don't stock up like that for real, y'all. And think about it, when they stop everything, the trucks gonna stop running. So, y'all, with that being said, think about that today. Like, really seriously think about that. Just make sure you keep you and yours safe, right? So may Yahuwah bless us and keep us. May Yahuwah make his face shine upon us and be gracious unto us. May Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon us and give us his peace. All right, y'all, I love y'all, and I will see y'all bright and early Sunday morning. Peace.